Hello and good morning or good evening. I love that these classes might be watched in any time, in any place, in a future that we can't possibly even imagine yet. So wherever you are in time and space, I hope that things are well. And if they're not, may this practice bring you a little bit of peace and wellness for this next hour. Let's close your eyes whether you're sitting or lying down now. And just start to tap into the feeling of your breath in your body. Just notice where in the body you feel the breath expanding and contracting. No need to change or do anything special here. Just feeling into how you are right now, just being exactly here. Today's class doesn't have a theme other than I'd like you to use it as a prayer. So if you think of a mala, the beads that we wear to count mantra and prayer, there's 108 beads on a mala. You can think of each breath or each posture in the sequence as a bead on a mala that is connected by a thread, which is the sutra, which is the teachings of yoga. Sutra literally means thread. And just use that as if you're working through today's practice with your breath, with your postures, as if you're making your way through your 108 beads of the mala. And just coming into your own prayer and meditation, whatever that means for you. So next breath in, make it a deep, conscious inhale through your nose. And then let it cleanse out through the mouth. Just really getting all the last bits of air out from the bottom of your lungs. Inhale again. Complete exhale. Last one, inhale. Let it go, exhale. All of it, all of it, all of it. Just let the breath flow naturally and come into a child's pose, please. So you can take the knees wide, big toes touch, hips towards the heels, and then just soften the heart all the way forward into the floor. If you need to support under your forehead, to stack your hands or fists. You can even take a block or pillow. But if your head reaches the floor comfortably, you might like to extend your arms out forward. Allow the heart to soften down towards or into the floor. Press down with the fingertips and feel the buttocks extend back towards the heels a little more. So it's starting to activate and lengthen the sides of your body. Just arriving to your practice. Starting to engage Ujjayi breath, so a slight constriction base of the throat, breathing through the nose. Should be quite audible to you here because your head is towards the ground. You can hear the breath quite clearly. I'm going to take this over to the right now. So inhale. And slowly walk your hands over to the right. And then soften down again. The heart may or may not come towards the thigh and the floor. If your forehead reaches the floor, slightly roll the head side to side here, feeling the back of the neck, tops of the shoulders loosen. And just let the head be heavy, spine long. Press that left hand right down into the floor as if you're pressing the ground away, and feel it activate the entire left arm, left side body, all the way back to the left hip, which is reaching for that left heel.
And stay with your breath. Going to move nice and slowly today. So lots of opportunity to really notice what is happening. So at no point will you move without awareness. One more breath in. Stay for the breath out. And slowly walk your hands back through center and out to the left. And again, soften the heart, head down to the floor, onto the left thigh if that works for you. If the head reaches the floor, gently rolling the forehead side to side. Loosening up the back, the neck, top of the shoulders. Coming to stillness with the head, pressing very firmly down and away with that right arm until you activate all the way through. You feel it, left tricep, armpit, all the way into the shoulder, all the way down the right side body. Sorry, right hand pressing down into the floor. Left hand presses down too, but right hand especially to really activate all the way down the right side of the body. Right hip comes back to right heel. Full awareness in the sensation and full awareness between that sensation and the breath flowing naturally in and out through the nose, slight ujjayi breath. One more in. Stay, lengthen, exhale. Oh, so much gets released in such a short amount of time when you put all your attention here, right? And then walk the hands back to center. Is there a little more space now? Can your heart soften a little more easily into the earth? Maybe. Tent the fingertips. Just lift the heart and lift the gaze. So you're drawing the upper body long and forward. And then exhale down. Two more like that. Inhale to lift the heart and gaze, pressing into the tented fingertips. And soften down. And one more nice heart opener. Nice smile naturally comes to the face also, and then soften down. Gently rise up onto all fours. You might need to shift the weight a little bit, shimmy the shoulders. Coming into thread the needle, so I'm just going to come to face you. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through. Lying on that right shoulder. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Head is down. Exhale, take that left hand and wrap it around, holding on to the top of the right thigh, or maybe just the waistband of your tights or pants, or even just letting that left hand drape across the lower back. So wherever you reach, try to square the hips. So left hip draws back, resting the head, opening the deltoids, that right front of the shoulder, the heart space, rib cage, opening into a twist, hips squaring off, legs stable, and the breath is evenly flowing. Next inhale, release the bind of the left arm up to the sky and back down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the right arm back up to the sky and down to the floor. Once again, square off the shoulders and the hips. And then we inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread through, reaching through the left fingertips, line the left shoulder on the floor. Hopefully you can hear me okay, the microphone's just coming into the floor here.
Right arm reaches up to the sky. And once again, option to take the full bind, holding onto the top of the left thigh, or grabbing onto your clothing, waistband, or even the t-shirt or top, or just relaxing the left arm across the lower back. Just feeling that opening twist across the back of the heart, the space between the shoulder blades, the rib cage twisting, just giving your vital organs a nice massage every time we twist, just enlivening the space within, staying with breath. One last inhale and exhale. Next inhale, release the bind, lift the right arm up to the sky, down to the floor. Inhale, sweep left arm up and come back to all fours again. Coming into cow and cat. Let's inhale, dip the heart, reach it forward and up, and really slide the shoulder blades down and away from the ears. Exhale, let's tuck the toes so you get a little bit more traction to round the back. Gaze to your navel, press into your hands. 2 more times. Inhale, rippling through the spine. Invitation to close the eyes. Exhale, tuck the toes, round the back, press away, gaze to navel. One more time, rippling into your cow. Rolling the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the toes and hands into the floor as you lift back the heart away. And then come back to neutral spine. And keep that sense of sliding your shoulder blades down towards your hips. So they're not bunched up here, they're really spacious down your back. Start to engage your core, drawing belly button to spine, lifting the pelvic floor. Gonna lightly and easily extend right arm, left leg long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Gaze to your knee. Inhale, lengthen and open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Keeping stable through your core. Inhale. If this is ever too strong, you can keep the hand down and just do the leg, yeah? And now we all place hand and knee back down, square it off. And then we move. Left arm, right leg extend. Exhale it in. Inhale, reach it out. Maybe even like to gaze a little up. Exhale, this time gaze comes in. Just looking where you want your heart to point. And exhale it in. And release. Let's take a moment here on all fours, just to feel the difference in the body. Feel the strength that's come and activated through your center and your core. From here, tuck the toes and hover the knees just an inch or two off the mat. So keep that engagement through the belly, through the core. Feel the heat start to build. Quads fire up. Abdominals firing a little. And then slowly extend the legs, hips back over the feet and start to walk the hands towards the toes. So you come into a forward fold at the back of your mat with the knees really soft. Can you allow your torso to drape over your thighs and just hang? You can hook thumbs in opposite elbows. Start to sway a little bit here. Get a nice release through the spine. So healthy and nourishing to be upside down. Nice big sways, maybe even a bit of a figure 8 with the elbows and head changing direction. A little bit of a bend in each knee brings you round.
We don't do this enough, huh, in our normal lives, hey? Just hang out upside down. And just slowly come back to center. Take a deep, full breath in through your nose. As you exhale, let everything flop down to the floor, including the hands, head. Hang out here for another breath. And use your inhale to slowly, slowly uncurl and stack your spine. As you gently rise up, shoulders up, back and down. Good morning. So we're going to take a nice prana shower. So you can stay facing the top of your mat. I'm just going to face you so you can see me. So take the pinky sides of your hands together. And it's like you're making a scoop. And you're going to scoop up this beautiful energy, the prana, all the way up over the head on the inhale. Breath is held as you turn the palms back to back. And then you exhale, hands by your side. Nice. So it's a little prana shower, scooping up the energy. Inhale. Little holding of the breath, just lightly kumbhaka, turning the palms back to back. And then exhaling, arms by your side. Beautiful. One more time. You can close your eyes. Just feel the energy in the palms. You might even see it as light. And then allow that to pour down upon you as you turn the palms back to back. And then exhale, hands by your side. Good. We're going to incorporate that into a sun salute now. So inhale, scoop it up. Hold the breath as you let it pour down and run down all over you, blessing you with that energy. And then as you exhale, take the arms wide and fold all the way down into Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift, hands on shins, lengthen the spine forward. And then exhale, fold again. You can soften the knees just as we did before in that forward fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, getting the blood, breath moving. Exhale, fold. 1 more, rippling into that long halfway lift. And softening into your forward fold. Place the hands on the floor and slowly walk them out till you reach the length of a downward facing dog that is comfortable for you. And pedal out your heels. Just letting the outer edges of the hips and the legs lengthen. Staying with the breath, using the breath to guide the timing of pedaling. So you're inhaling to lift, exhaling to straighten. Inhaling to bend the knee and lift, exhale to straighten. And then find stillness, both heels towards the floor. Inhale the right leg to the sky. And exhale it through to the outside of the right hand. So it's nice and wide, a nice easy lunge. Let the left knee soften down to the floor. Place the right hand on the right knee. We're going to take an easy twist with the hand on the knee here. So just pressing the knee forward for traction. Left hand stays on the floor and use that hand on the knee, hand on the floor to twist the torso round to your right. So it's the rib cage, as if the left rib cage wants to come underneath the right rib cage. Oh, I save a lot of money on chiropractors doing these twists. I often these little spinal adjustments, nice deep ones. As the body just finds its freest, most effective state. And then come back to center. Take both hands onto that right knee and just come into a nice deep low lunge here. So again, you can press into the knee with the hands, soften the hips towards the right heel or towards the top of the mat.
rather than the right heel, because the right heel's a little to the outside of it at the moment. And then let the hands come down inside of the right foot and sweep that right foot back, coming to all fours. And we'll ripple through cow and cat again. We'll do this through all our sequences today. Inhale and exhale round. Tuck the toes and lift the hips up and then back and find downward dog. So you can once again pedal out the heels, but if possible, see if you can explore stillness. So lengthen into the shape, find your edge, and then stay still. Because you'll notice that you're never actually still. But when you still the outside, the external, you start to become a little bit more aware of the subtle movements. So there's always these fine-tuning muscles, tendons, ligaments, tissues, let alone the movement of the cells, the organs, the blood rushing, the synapses. There's always something going on ever more subtle levels. So we want to tune in, slow down the external and listen. Left leg to the sky. And step it through, wide of the left hand. And the right knee comes down. Take the left hand to the left knee, right hand stays down. We take that twist using the hand for traction. Trying to get that right rib cage underneath the left. Remembering to breathe. And then gently come back to center. Place both hands on the left knee. And softening into your nice deep lunge. So we're really working into lengthening the top of the right thigh, the quad, the front of the right thigh, hip flexor, and even that deep psoas muscle, which so many of us manifest as lower back pain. It actually runs and connects the top of the thigh to, would you believe, your sacrum at the back. So it wraps around, which is why sometimes people have lower back pain, but stretching out the front of the hip can bring relief. Bring the hands back down inside of that left foot and gently come back to your all fours, releasing through the spine, cow and cat. Inhale, ripple it out. Exhale, round it. You can tuck the toes. You can include a little bit of a hover here. So inhale, bring the knees just an inch or two off the mat as we did earlier. Slide the shoulders down the back. And then continue to lift the hips up and back into your delicious downward facing dog. Should be in a really nice alignment. And then slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Halfway lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. And you can either circle sweep or slowly stack the spine as you rise back up to standing. And reach above in prayer. And then just tap the thumbs towards the third eye. And then tap them down to the heart. And we'll do that again. So remember the prana shower, scooping up the energy. Inhale. Hold the breath as you let it rain down upon you, turning the palms back to back. Exhale, sweep the arms wide and fold down to Uttanasana. 3 half lifts with your inhale, with your exhale.
half lift,
and fold.
Last one, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana,
And fold, Uttanasana.
Use the hand that doesn't feel as comfortable to go first as you walk out to downward facing dog. Stopping when you find that perfect length for your body. Stretching it out, and again, you can pedal the heels or just find and play with the stillness. Drawing belly button to spine, tipping tailbone to the sky, drawing the lower ribs in, softening the shoulder blades towards the hips, grounding down with the thumb and forefinger knuckle. This time the left leg lifts to the sky. Next inhale. And exhale. Let the left foot step between the hands. This time, right knee comes down. Right hand stays. We come into a full easy twist. So this time the left arm comes up to the sky. And you might even like to sweep that left hand to reach out towards the back of your mat. You can gaze towards the fingertips or just keep the gaze gently to the side. And then bring the hand back to center and we reach it up for Anjaneyasana, full crescent moon pose. And then sweep the arms wide, come back to the mat. Take all fours, cycle through your cow and your cat pose. You have a cat, you know what this looks like and how easily cats make this shape, stretching out their backs between their many, many naps. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, find stillness. Gently lift right leg to the sky. And step it through, this time between the hands. Left knee down. Left hand stays down. Right arm sweeps up to the sky. Find that easy twist with the arm extension. If at any point you want to keep doing the variation we did before with the hand on the knee, that is absolutely a great choice. And maybe reaching the arm all the way to the back of the mat. And sweeping the hand back down to the floor. And coming into Anjaneyasana, lifting both arms up to the sky, softening the hips, reaching back. And even here, can you slide the shoulder blades down, flatten them into the back a little bit. Stabilize, drawing the inner thighs towards the midline. Soften the face, little smile. And relax the hands down to the floor. Hand to the inside of the foot so you can come back to all fours. Cow and cat. Your breath. Such a good practice to move slowly, as we have all had to learn in this time. Hover the knees, lift the hips up and back, stretch it out, downward dog. And again, starting with a hand that you would not naturally start with, walking the hands back to the feet, softening the knees, halfway lift when you get there. And forward, fold. Rise up, either uncurling the spine,
or hinging from your hips. So when you get there, reach it up, hands to prayer above the head. Tap the thumbs to forehead and tap them to the heart. And then release the hands by your side, palms face forward. Be still and notice. Let's be still and notice. So there are always 3 touchstones that I like to remind that you have. You always have a part of your body in contact with the ground. So yeah, you might jump and be off it for a split second, but pretty much all the time there's part of you that's in contact with the earth. So you can notice which parts of you those are. As long as you are alive, your heart is beating. And you might be able to feel that without touching the body from the outside using your interoception. But if you can't, you can always place your hands on that heart space and see if you can feel the pulse through the hands, through the sense organs of your fingers and palms. And the third ever-present touchstone is, of course, your breath. The beautiful thing about our breath is it's a bridge between our I can't remember the terms, but like our conscious and unconscious parts of our body. So your digestion happens without you having to think about it, but moving your arm happens, you need to think about it. I wish I could remember the word. It's an intentional part of your brain that makes that move. But your breath, and the other thing is your blinking. There are 2 things that happen with conscious and automatic systems of the body. So you can control and regulate through your breath by bringing consciousness to how you breathe. So if you're not consciously breathing, you're going to still breathe, right? But if you do consciously breathe, it can change how you feel. You'll have to come to the next class. I'm going to look up those words, those terms, and share them with you. So let the hands come by your sides. We're going to go for a little walk. Find a gaze point for balance ahead of you and rise up on your toes. Notice what needs to happen to stabilize through your core, through the legs, all the muscles that need to engage. And then we're going to tiptoe to the top of the mat with control. Stay on the toes when you get there and start walking backwards on your toes to the back of the mat and then come down. Good. And then we're going to roll onto the heels and do the same thing. So once again, you're just really noticing what needs to stabilize in the body. And as we do this, often the hands start to tense up. So see if you can keep the hands loose, face soft. The tongue usually tries to pop out of the mouth because when we're thinking hard, it likes to do that. Walking back. It's also activating some really nice pressure points and meridians on the soles of your feet. And calm down. Good. This time rolling onto the outer edges of the feet. So just get stable, find your gaze point, and you're going to really roll all the way from the heel to the pinky toe, outer edge of each foot as you make your way to the top of the mat. I remember the first time I ever did this, it was really hard. So we practice, we start to notice and activate different muscles and we start to release what we don't need. So the first time people do this, you'll notice their hands want to get involved, their face gets involved. Release. Trickiest one is rolling onto the inside edges of the feet. So you're really rolling from the inner heel to the big toe, and see if you can roll all the way from heel to toe as you walk to the top of the mat, noticing what happens in the legs, and then toe to heel to the back of the mat again. And come back to the whole soles of your feet, really appreciating how much balance there is in the entire soles of the feet as you walk just normally to the top of your mat, full of appreciation. Heel toe the feet nice and wide, and I'll turn and face you. We're going to come into a Malasana squat. Inhale the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, soften the knees over the toes. And if this is a little bit hard for you, you can always take a block under the seat. Or you can take a rolled up blanket or some cushions under the heels, just for support. Press the upper arms into the inner thighs, spread them wide. Try to lift the heart space towards the thumbs and just pause here. Nice deep Malasana. So we talked about the Mala and the postures and the breath stringing together as a prayer in our practice. This posture is Malasana. Right hand reaches forward, left arm sweeps up. Take a nice deep twist. And come back to center. Left arm forward, right arm sweeps up to the sky. So it's a twist originating from the hips, involving the ribs, the heart, the arm, the gaze. Come back to center one more time each side. Just one breath here. And back. The other side. And the breath initiates the return to center. Place the hands down on the mat and lift the hips up into your forward fold. Heel toe the feet back. Turn back to the top of my mat. Big toes together this time. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot all the way back. Right knee comes down, or you might like to keep it off the mat this time. We're coming to that easy twist again. Right hand stays down, left arm sweeps up to the sky. Option to reach it back as you did before, but this time with the knee off the mat if you have it off the mat. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat. If the knee is on the mat, lift it off here. Ground the right heel down. We're going to rise up into a warrior two. I'm just going to turn around to face you. Inhale, lift up, arms, straighten that front leg. Exhale, deepen back into your warrior two. Use the breath. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, find your warrior. Legs stable and strong. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Now keep the left leg straight. Exhale, the arms wide. We're coming into Trikonasana. Inhale, a little bit of a reach, tipping from the hips. Hands come down onto the leg, floor, or a block. Stacking the hips, opening the rib cage. So just as we did in those easy twists, that bottom rib cage wants to come beneath the top one. And then the arm just naturally floats in a long line up from there. And again, your choice to keep the gaze straight and forward or up towards the top fingers. One more nice long breath. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, reach, and exhale. Bring both hands either side of that front foot. Step the right foot in, half a stride. You can bend the right knee a little bit here. We're coming into pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. I'd like you to inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold any amount over the front leg. 2 more like that. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. If you have blocks or even 2 cans of beans, you can use those here under the hands to give you a little bit more height. And fold. Last one, inhale. Fold and hold. So really draw the left thigh into the hip socket here. And at the same time, extend the left heel and press it into the floor so that left leg is super long. Last breath in. And out. Plant the hands, bending into the knees, coming back to all fours for our really lovely release. Cow and cat, inhale. Exhale. Gentle hover of the knees, lifting the hips up and back using your core. Stretching it out, downward facing dog. And using that mindful walking that we've practiced, walking is such a great form of meditation. We see if we can plant heel to toe on the mat as you walk back up between the hands. Halfway lift. And soften and fold. Rise on up with the inhale. Exhale, thumbs to forehead and thumbs to heart. Stay here one moment. I'm going to come back to this side. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps back. And you can keep the knee on or off the mat here. Left hand flat. Right hand sweeps up to the sky, coming into easy twist. Practicing for Trikonasana, that same sense of twisting the torso to the side. And you can reach the right arm all the way back. And the other variation looks like this, or like this. So you have plenty of options, and all of them are perfectly good choices. Release the hand back down to the floor, ground left heel. We're going to rise up into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arm. Exhale, deepen it into your warrior. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale, just the arms wide, legs stay straight. Little bit of a reach to get the space for you to tip down. And you keep that space between the thigh and the torso. You rotate like you did in that twist. And please use whatever you need to keep the hand as far off the ground so that you don't collapse into that thigh. Top hand can come onto the hip. That might be a good way to keep everything feeling spacious and comfortable. But if you can float the arm up to the sky, then it just extends. Firmly stacked across the shoulders. It should feel very easeful, and same with the head. If gazing up to the fingertips puts tension into your neck, then just keep the head facing forward. Another deep breath in. Stay for the out breath. In breath, gently reach up. And exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step the left foot in half a stride. You can stay on the ball of the toes, knee bent if you need to, but front leg tries to stay straight. And again, those two cans or blocks can be useful to bring the floor a little higher to meet you as you inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. With the breath, 2 more times, lengthen. Parsvottanasana, fold. And lengthen. And fold and stay here with the breath. Again, plug that thigh, the right thigh, into the right hip socket. Extend the right heel into the mat. So it might not physically move, it's this feeling and imagining makes it so. Another nice long breath in. And out. And then inhale, gently rise up. Let the left knee come down, bring the right knee back. Last cow and cat, inhale. Exhale. Hover the knees, lift the hips up and back, down dog again. Enjoy the last one of this practice. And stepping heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to third eye. And hands to your heart. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Release your hands by your side. And connect with whatever it is that you most resonate. So you can choose to notice the feet and the floor. Bring your awareness to your heart space and the heart beating. Or notice the flow of your breath. Or maybe there's just a sense of the whole body. And not just the physical realm, but the energetic body that extends who knows how far beyond this skin suit that we wear. And keep your eyes closed as you slowly make your way back down to the mat. And we'll take that child's pose again as we did at the start of class. So take the knees really wide, toes touch, so there's plenty of space for the body to come down. And we'll kind of do this in reverse. So tent the fingertips. Inhale and lift the heart space, gaze up. Exhale, soften down. 2 more. Inhale, lifting that up, back, getting into the space between the shoulders, and exhale it down. And last time, lifting your heart and gaze. And exhale, release it down. Walk the hands out to the right. And you can actually put the left hand on top of the right hand. So you're pressing down both palms into the floor. Stretching all the way along the left side body. And walking the hands back through center. Out to the right, left, getting my left and right mixed up. Right hand on top of the left. Press both hands into the floor. Right side body stretching out. And then walking the hands back to center. And slowly walking the hands back towards you. Then coming up to sit. Let's just release through the shoulders, and then we're going to just do a little bit of pranayama and a minute or two of sitting before Shavasana. So just to roll the shoulders up, back and down a couple of times. And we're really going to release them by inhaling them up to the ears and then exhale, let them flop. 2 more. Last one. Just letting go of the weight that we bear. Take the hands to the knees. So left hand comes to the knee in Gyan Mudra. And I really enjoy pointing the rest of my fingertips down, because for me that's a very grounding gesture. If you want to get a little bit more fire and energy in, you can turn the palm to face up. Right hand comes to the nose for Nadi Shodhanam, alternate nostril breathing. Forefinger, middle finger can rest on your third eye. The thumb will gently close the right nostril, and the ring finger, pinky, will gently close the left when it comes to it. So if you know the practice, you can close your eyes and just gently begin. Otherwise, it just goes like this. You take a normal breath in through the nose and out to prepare. And then you close the right nostril just lightly with the thumb. And inhale through the left. And then gently close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close and exhale left. We keep going like this. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. So you're going to continue. Inhale left. Exhale right. Your timing. So doing it as comfortable for you. And you might even like to put a little count in so that it's the same count for your inhale and exhale. Same count for left and right. And this is balancing the channels of the body. The left and right side, the yin and the yang, masculine, feminine. And just keep gently breathing Nadi Shodhanam pranayama until you complete the next cycle, exhaling through left nostril. And then release both hands to the knees. Close down the eyes if they're not already closed. Just observe the breath flowing without any pranayama. So no ujjayi, no nadi shodhanam, just natural breath. But keeping your awareness on the journey of the inhale and exhale. Your whole practice is a meditation. Your whole practice is prayer. You may like to stay seated, mindfully observing your breath, or you might like to come into Shavasana, just gently lying down on the floor on your back, making sure that you're warm. You might like a blanket over you, cushion beneath the knees. Just fully release the body and surrender it to this moment, to this space. And gently start to deepen your breath. Sense your whole body. Sense the space around your body, the earth, the air. Noticing sounds, smells, light behind your eyes. Whether you're lying or sitting, you can start to gently move the fingers, maybe the toes. And stretch out, especially if you've been in Shavasana. And even if you've been in meditation. Let's all give ourselves a little hug. Getting the knees into the chest. Curling up to a nice ball. Maybe feeling that sense of interoception, looking within, sensing from within. If you're in Shavasana, just rolling to one side, and then gently up to sitting. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart center. Closing your prayer with a namaste and amen. Raising your thumbs once more to your forehead, your third eye, and above you. And then bowing down in gratitude.
The ultimate prayer, hey? Gratitude.
And come up again. Namaste.